What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to this Marv Santana coaching dynasty here on NCAA 14. We're taking our Idaho Vandals, who are 6-2 on the season, on a pretty big slate. We have Troy this week, and then we'll also play, I believe it's UL Lafayette later on in this episode. And I know they're not like the most sexy teams on the face of the earth, but it has huge implications. Currently, we are on top of the Sun Belt right now with a 4-1 record, but Troy is right behind us. They're 4-2. So this is a big game for us. We already beat Army, so if we can beat Troy, we will have driver's seat of the Sun Belt Conference Championship. And then UL Lafayette, they're 6-2 on the season. They're no team to slouch over as well, so it's going to be a really good episode. So make sure you smash that like button, as well as subscribe to the channel if you happen to be brand new. Let's go ahead and get into some game action. Alright, first possession of the game. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set this tone. Let's go Blake Griffin. Yes, sir! Let's go Phillips. Man, if we're up, great field position to start off. Phillips, what are you doing? I know you're in the rain, bro, but come on. We can't be having drop passes. That has been a problem for us this season. That's why we lost a couple of games. But Burnett, at least you make a catch for us. I love to see it right there, man. Alright, let's see. 2nd and 10. You know, this strong flood has been working well for us. And it's going to work well for us again. They don't have an answer for Patrick Phillips. They're going to keep going deep. That's fine. We'll give it to him. Now we're going to mix things up a little bit. Give it to our running back. Star running back. As Carter gets halfway towards the goal line. I love to see that kind of hard running right there, man. Now 2nd and 4. Over the middle. I see you. Oh, Burnett, you could have had a touchdown, but instead of it's a drop. If we don't get this touchdown because of a drop pass, I'm going to be triggered, but we get the score, though. Randy Young coming through in the clutch. And look at this. Next possession, our defense gets us to like within 5 yards. We're going to capitalize here, and for once, Phillips doesn't drop a pass. Believe it, we're already up by 2 scores. Man, I am trying to drop these guys off, and so far, we're doing pretty well with that. I'm trying to keep this pressure up on. I'm not trying to give him a chance to breathe today, as Carter picks up 14. Strong running, too. You know, you love to see it when you're running over defenders instead of defenders running over you, per se. As you know, we got some pretty strong backs here in Idaho. I don't know if it's because of those Idaho potatoes that are in that great state, but like we got some powerful runners there, man, and we definitely use it. Plus, it doesn't hurt when the passing offense is on fire. We got one of the best passing attacks in the nation. It's on full display right now, as they don't even have an answer for Randy Young still. To be fair, nobody does. Randy Young's been killing it this season, and we're going to get a nice steady dose of Randy Young, man. Hit him with the play action. Throw it to Randy. Though this time he actually drops it. He probably could have had a touchdown if he didn't drop that pass. Alright, 2nd and 10. We'll see what Carter has. Mr. Carter up the middle, 9 yards. Let's freaking go. You love to see it, bro. Okay, now we just need 1 more yard. I think we can get it done with the option. And I was very sadly mistaken. At least we got a field goal from it. I know our kicker has kind of struggled at times, but, you know, points are still points. It's not a touchdown, but I'll still accept it. I'll also accept, big throws up the middle, but Randy Young, he could have, to be fair, that was a hard catch to make. That throw was right on the money, though. I'm surprised it was so on target. As Carter goes up the middle for 6, getting us a nice reasonable 3rd and 4 to work with. Alright, we'll just hit him with a little halfback draw. Carter's just going to bounce it to the right side. He's got some blockers. Let's freaking go, man. The draw works to our advantage. But now you know what time it is, man. We're going to get Phillips open here. They don't have an answer for him yet, and they still don't. We are killing them. Actually, that wasn't Phillips. That was Andre White. Still same route, same concept. As Randy Young was open, but Blake Griffin, bad pass, man. That still almost made the catch, but that was a bad pass. This rain is doing us dirty a little bit here. A little bit of an equalizer as there's Matt Means picking up 9 more yards for the squad. So we're going to try this again. I know it's 4th down, but we're going to go for it here. It's only 1 yard away. Worst case, Troy's going to get it within the 5. But best case is what you just saw, ladies and gents. We just got up 24-7. Oh, man. I am, it's starting to get to a point where, Troy's playing as bad as they are. I might just go ahead and put the subs in here pretty soon. Get those second string guys in. Give them some quality playing time. Can't put a price on experience, if I say so myself. As there's Randy Young, another 9-yard catch. Another first down, another day in the life. Marvin Santana is doing a heck of a job coaching up the squad right now. Let's see if we can keep up the energy as they completely forget about the fullback out of the backfield, 26 yards. And now we got a nice and juicy 1st and 10 to work with. We're going to go ahead and throw it up the middle to Fred Burnett, leaving that zone wide open, just like how my lady would like to keep it wide open. It's now a 3rd and 3 for us, though. Blake, you're going to throw it to the right. Good, it's a Matt Means. That's another first. Now we got a couple minutes left. I'm trying to get one more touchdown at the very least, and we get just that. We are up 31-7. Killing these guys right now. Okay, so I don't know what happened over the last few minutes, but Troy's making this a game. So we gotta start picking up the slack a little here, fellas. Let's see what we can do as Randy Young breaks to the tackle. He's up the sideline, tries to get away from a second defender. It's still a gain of 30 though. Now we got a little 2nd and 10 coming up for us here. See if we can throw up the middle, and it's off target. Man, we can't be having this right now. We're letting Troy back into the game, and if we don't get this first down, they have a chance to make this a 1-score game. Oh, we drop it. They got a chance to make it a 1-score game. Bro, if we lose this game, I am going to be so pissed. We really got to pick it up, fellas. We had a huge lead. We almost gave it all away. Now it's time for us to pick up the slack. Let's get a touchdown here. Right, but first we got to get this first down, though. We got 1 yard to pick it up. We're not trying to go 3 and out right now. We can't afford it. As Will Carter, he's fighting for it. He picks up 5. I thought for a second we actually were going to be stopped, but Will Carter refuses to give up, man. And you love to see that kind of hard work and effort. So now we're going to throw to our right, throw it to Burnett. He goes out of bounds. I wish he didn't go out of bounds there. I wish I would have saw him a little sooner, to be honest. But it's 1st and 10, so I mean, I can't really complain whatsoever. Let's throw it to our... We'll try to throw it to Burnett, but it looks it's a little bit off target. But it's all good. We'll try again with the curl flats. See what we can do. And Phillips gets open for us this time. Contested grab, multiple Troy Trojans around him. It doesn't matter. Now we are late in this 4th quarter. I'm trying to put these guys away, man. I am not trying to lose today. I already took an embarrassing loss this season. I am certainly not trying to add on to that list. As now Carter, tell me where you've been, buddy. He's been putting in that work still. Another 7-yard gain on the play, baby. Now we're going to, add a little wrinkle. We're going to go ahead, run this jet sweep. Burnett finds a nice little hole for us. Get a first down that way. Always love to see us finding ways to get, new ways, I should say, get some first downs there. We'll move our boy Dan Brothers into motion. We got the corner, and we get within 10 yards. Very close to now making this a 2-score game. Trying to finish these boys off, and we do. We just made this bad boy a 2-score game. And now, as you know, they didn't score in their next possession, so just gonna go ahead and kneel it down, and we're gonna go ahead and leave with a victory. So checking out the stats for our guys, and Blake Griffin had another really good game. He had over 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. He did only complete 59% of his passes, but that was because there was a lot of drops, which I'll get into later. Will Carter also did his thing. He had over 120 yards, a touchdown, even had close to 6 yards per carry. Dude was balling out for us. Receivers, man, receivers actually struggled a little bit. Randy Young in particular didn't have his best game. He had 4 drops. He did have a touchdown though, which is pretty cool. So did Patrick Phillips and Matt Means as well, our true freshman receiver. So now we look forward to one of our most important games to date, because we play UL Lafayette, who's also 7-2. We're 7-2, and it looks like we're going to be playing for potentially, this is probably the Sun Belt Championship right here. If we win this game, we're going to we have sole possession of first place with a 2-game lead with 2 games left, and we'll control our own destiny. So it's a big game. Let's go ahead and win this Sun Belt Conference Championship. So here we go, the biggest game ever, I would say, at the Kiwi Dome, and it is jammed packed. I'm trying to put a show on for all the Idaho Vandal faithful as we get off to a great start already at midfield early on in this ball game. You know, right now we're off to a pretty good start. Blake Griffin, he's also going to just scramble out, pick up 8 yards himself. You see the stats, man. He has been putting on a show so far this season. You know, dare I say it, we may be looking at the next Brett Favre right before our eyes. But right now, we got a big, essentially championship game to play. If we win this game, we will be definitely in the driver's seat to win the Sun Belt Conference. That would be a huge achievement for this football team. Idaho doesn't get very much success at the FBS level, so getting a conference championship in our first year as an FBS coach, would love to be able to do that and to provide for this Idaho faithful that have been starving for some football success as much as they starve for those Idaho potatoes. Now we got this 2nd and 3 vote. Will Carter, he's going to break it up the middle for us, pick up 8 yards for us. We got a 1st and goal already. Now you know what's coming next. We're going to run the tight end special. Try to get Dan Brothers open because Randy Young's out of the game and both of our guys collide. I think that probably stopped us from getting that touchdown. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer to get into the end zone. But we won't have to wait long as Patrick Phillips gets us in the end zone, man. We got the lead in the Sun Belt Championship. Let's go. Hey, UL Lafayette scored too. I mean, they're a really good squad for a reason. They're 7-2 as well. But hey, we ain't scared of anybody. It's a brand new culture here in Idaho. Kudos to our boy Marv Santana putting in that work as a brand new coach at the FBS. Now we got a 2nd and 13. But you know what? We believe in Will Carter. He's going to pick us plenty of yards. We got a manageable 3rd down for us. We ain't worried. And you know they aren't expecting it. We're going to go ahead and run a halfback draw. And it definitely works. We even run over somebody. Dude was laid flat on the ground. You love to see that kind of stuff on the field. It's good to be, you know, dealing it instead of being on the receiving end. I will tell you that much. As Fred Burnett picks up another 1st down for us. As now we're going to go ahead and try to get our star tight end Randy Young open, which he does. He's actually able to get away from the defender, make a nice little cut out there on the field. As now we're very close to scoring another touchdown. Patrick Phillips gets us within a few yards, very close to scoring our 2nd touchdown in 2 drives. But first we got to get this 1st down at the very least. And Will Carter's going to pick it up, and we're already halfway towards the goal line. Next play that Marv Santana wants to run, we're going to run slants, see if we can get something going here. And Griffin, you know, he's just going to go to the corner. He's going to run it himself. Shaking a defender off with ease, we got ourselves the lead right back. And UL Lafayette, they didn't even score on their next drive either, but they did a really good job of pinning us really deep. So we got a lot of work to do before we even start thinking about getting any points on this drive. We got to put in that work, fellas. Next play for us will either get Palmer or Randy Young open. And we're going to go, well, I could have thrown it to Randy Young, I realized that. But Terry Palmer was also open. He still got us the first anyways. As now we had really great success with this play in the last game. We're going to keep running it again. You know, not as successful as last time, but still complete. You know, UL Lafayette, watch their film. They know what they're doing. Gotta give them credit for that. But you gotta give Will Carter credit for shaking off those defenders. Now we got this little 2nd and 1 here. Will Carter gonna pick up the first. I wasn't sure if he got it, but it goes our way, so I'm not gonna complain about it whatsoever. As now runs some double slants. Patrick Phillips able to get just enough separation for Blake Griffin to squeeze it in there. That was actually, yeah, Blake Griffin. Yeah, he threw the pass. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm tripping. I just woke up from a nap, so you know I'm a little loopy still. You know how post snap feelings are. So now we got this 3rd and 6. But look at this. We throw deep to Palmer. He's got a blocker, and it's a 30-yard touchdown. We got a 21-7 lead in this game. And you know, Blake Griffin is playing outstanding. He's completed 13 of his 14 passes right now. And he has 2 touchdowns. But we make our first mistake as we didn't see the safety. And he might take it all the way back on us. We just let UL Lafayette, who is a very talented football team, back into this ball game. So you hate to see the turnover, but you know, let's see if we can get a touchdown and a touchdown count for us instead of the other team. So now, you know, we're gonna try to throw it deep, run some forwards, and couldn't get anything open that time. Got his, we threw. At least didn't take a sack, so there's that. And then same thing happens, we get hit again. So now we got a 3rd and 10 after such a great start to the day. We are in danger of going 3 and out for the first time, but that's not going to happen on our watch. So Randy Young picks up the 1st down for us. Gain of 20. As now we got to run a little bit, no huddle. We got some work to do. And Will Carter picks up the 1st down off the halfback screen. Pick up a 12. That's his 1st catch. As now we always like to try to throw him a little off balance. We have 3 timeouts, so we'll go ahead and run it. And he nearly picks up the 1st down. But we'll still take our first timeout of this half. We still got 2 more to go. So now we got 2nd and 1. We're throwing over the middle to Dylan Birch, who makes a nice contested grab. He doesn't get into the game very often, but when he does, he puts in that work. And you see that work showing because there's Dylan Birch in the end zone. It's a 28-14 lead, gents. Now we move to the second half. They scored 2 touchdowns in a row before we even have a chance to sniff the ball again. So now it's all tied up at 28. So we gotta put in some work. We got ourselves a little shootout. But hey, I'm not worried about shootouts here though. You know why? Because we got the next Brett Favre at quarterback, and he's been playing phenomenally so far, completing another pass this time to Terrence Palmer. Having a great day himself. That's a 6th catch. It has 85 yards and a touchdown to go with it. As we're throwing over the middle, it's Andre White getting us past midfield. Get the keys out, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves a drive going. But you know, to keep him off balance, you got to run every once in a while. And we actually lose a little bit there. Josh Peterson's been killing the game so far. He has 11 tackles, 2 of them for a loss. But he can't be everywhere. And you see it right there is Patrick Phillips. We fake it with the halfback screen. And then instead go with that out route, which leads to another Randy Young touchdown. Name a better combo other than Blake Griffin and Randy Young. I will certainly wait. And now UL Lafayette, they didn't score this time. So now I think it's time for us to start putting these guys away. It's been a really entertaining game so far, but I'm trying to put the dagger in them, but we get sacked for a loss. And there's no secret what we're trying to do. 4 verts, all reliable. We need 14 yards. It's no secret. We're going to go over the middle, though. Matt Means gets us at it and more. It's a fresh set of downs for us. Now we got 1st and 10 coming up for us. Fresh set of downs to work with. And we're going to give it off to our main man, Randy Young. Get us a nice, cool 13. As that's his 5th catch of the game. If it's not broke, don't fix it, though. As we tried the same play, but this time they were ready as Ryan Watson deflects it away. And now we're in the 4th quarter all of a sudden. We got a really tight ball game. Let's just go ahead and take care of business like we're capable of. But now our drive looks like might be stalling a little bit, as now we have a 3rd and 7. Nobody's getting open, and we have to take a big sack, and therefore have to punt this ball away. And you know what these guys do? They score on their next drive. So now it's all tied up at 35. It's time for us to get rolling here, as Will Carter is able to do a little. He's been doing his thing. I don't even know how to describe it. I'm at a loss for words, but I love what he's doing, and I hope he keeps it up. As since I did love him what he was doing, we're gonna give it to him again. He almost gets another first down for it. You love to see it. Now it's time to run this little tight end special. We see Randy Young. We're gonna give it to the Young, and he's gonna give us yards as a result for feeding the Young. Doing phenomenal now, over 100 yards. You love to see that from your tight end, as we are killing this defense. But you know, their offense has been coming with the heat too. As now it's time to throw this pass rush off balance. Let's get Michael Edwards open. He got some speed to work with. He's able to get it to within the 10-yard line. We're very close to taking the lead right back here at the Kibby Dome, and I think it's time to finally go about doing that, as Jim Johnson, our 3rd string tight end, gets into the end zone. That's Blake Griffin's 5th touchdown. But look at this, UL Lafayette scores again. I think they made a mistake. They gave us the ball with a decent amount of time left, so it's time to orchestrate a game-winning drive. As first play, we almost take a sack, but it's incomplete instead. Now 2nd and 10. It's Randy Young. He's already up midfield, not brought down to about the 42. And now looks like we're about 1 first down away from getting into field goal range for our kicker, as Patrick Phillips is going to pick up 7 yards, as Idaho will take our first timeout. So now 2nd and 3 coming up for us here. Let's see what we can do. Going to check it down to Will Carter. He's able to get it to about the 30-yard line. And then we're going to go ahead and get ourselves up to the line. That clock is going to be ticking as soon as the ref is ready for us to keep playing. And then we're going to hand it off to Randy Young. He picks up another first down. We're definitely in field goal range now. And now we give it off to our kicker. And if he makes this, we will win the game and go 8-2. The kick is up, and it is good. Idaho is going to walk away. We win this game 45-42. Alright, so with one of the most exciting games in the history of the Kibby Dome now out of the way, let's check out how it all went down. Blake Griffin, man, balled out for us today. 465 yards, 5 touchdowns, and he only had that 1 interception as well. Running game also did its thing, as Will Carter had 100 yards off of 20 carries. Blake Griffin, he got sacked quite a few times, which is why he had negative yards, but he did also have a touchdown for us. He accounted for all of our points. Receivers were also balling out today, as Randy Young once again showed the dominance that he usually has. 9 receptions, 155 yards, and a touchdown. Terrence Palmer, Patrick Phillips, Dylan Birch, who doesn't play very often, but he came into the game, and so did Jim Johnson. All had touchdowns, and it was not a single drop as well. That's another thing that I've noticed. So it was an extremely well-played game for our offense that took us to the victory. So now we check out the standings to check out the ramifications of our game against UL Lafayette, and we have the driver's seat. But we actually did not quench as I originally thought we were going to do, because look who came to challenge for us. UL Monroe is 5-2 in conference play, and they play us in the last game of the season. So if they win and we win, we'll be playing for the actual Sun Belt Conference Championship over, and I believe it's at their place. So it's going to be really interesting. However, you also see on that screen is that we finally cracked the top 25. You saw Ohio State and Texas on top, but we finally made it in the coaching's poll after all of the hard work. We debut at number 25 in the country. What a turnaround, as this was one of the worst teams in the FBS last year. They finished 1-11 before we got there, and we immediately turned them around. So things are really looking up for us, and it's going to be really interesting to see how it goes for our boy Marv Santana moving forward. But that's all I got for today, though. Next time out, we will finish up the regular season. We'll play against New Mexico State first, and then after that, we'll play against UL Monroe in what could potentially be a legitimate Sun Belt Conference championship game before finding out which bowl game that we go to. It's going to be a really good one, so make sure you smash that like button as well as subscribe to the channel if you happen to be brand new. This is John J Gaming on the mic, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.